Welcome to Sacré-Cœur Basilica, one of the most beautiful and sacred places in Paris. Perched atop Montmartre Hill, this Roman Catholic church attracts millions of visitors every year.
Carousel of St. Peter.
Sacré-Cœur Basilica is located at the summit of the butte of Montmartre. From its dome to 100 meters above the Seine, the basilica overlooks the entire city of Paris and its suburbs. It is the second most popular tourist destination in the capital after the Eiffel Tower.
The basilica was first proposed by Félix Fournier, the Bishop of Nantes, in 1870 after the defeat of France and the capture of Napoleon III at the Battle of Sedan in the Franco-Prussian War. He attributed the defeat of France to the moral decline of the country since the French Revolution, and proposed a new Parisian church dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Here is a view of Montparnasse Tower from here.
Gazillions of love locks are attached to the fence, overlooking the city of light, which is always associated with love.
Love locks are a symbol of love, commitment, and hope for the future. The centuries-old legend tells us that lovers should lock a padlock on a chain or gate in a public location and then throw away the key. Doing so symbolically locks their love forever. The love locks express hope and humanity, which, in turn, connect people around the world. The ancient legend also tells us that if both people are not present as the lock locks, their love will be forever jinxed.
Construction began in 1875 after the Franco-Prussian War, in the Paris Commune of 1870 to 1871. It was meant as a symbol of the nation's spiritual renewal. It was completed in 1914, but its consecration was delayed until 1919 due to World War I.
Yes, visitors are asked to maintain silence and dress appropriately while in the church.
The basilica was designed by Paul Abadie, though he passed away before its completion. Other architects continued the project, making some modifications.
It is designed in a Romanesque Byzantine style, which is somewhat unusual compared to the Gothic architecture of other famous Parisian churches, like Notre Dame. The exterior is characterized by its white domes and use of travertine stone, which gives it a bright appearance, even after exposure to the elements.
The basilica features 3 domes, the central one being the largest. The central dome provides visitors with breathtaking, panoramic views of Paris.
It's free to enter the basilica, although there is a fee to climb the dome.
The basilica has several side chapels, each dedicated to different saints and religious figures. These chapels offer spaces for personal reflection and prayer, often containing their own mosaics, sculptures, and artwork.
This is the chapel of the Order of Notre Dame of the Sea, It is decorated with tapestries illustrating Christ walking on the water and the miraculous catch of fish.
This is the Chapel of the Queens of France.
Saint Antoine de Padoue.
This is the Chapel of Saint Ursula of Cologne.
This is the Chapel of Sports.
This is the Chapel of Saint Luke, the Evangelist.
This is the Chapel of the Virgin Mary.
This is the Chapel of Saint Joseph.
This is the Chapel of Saint John.
Pope John Paul II was head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City-State from 1978 until his death in 2005.
John Paul II was the first non-Italian pope since Adrian VI of the 16th century, as well as the third longest-serving pope in history after Pius IX and St. Peter.
This is the Chapel of Saint Benoit and Saint Francois.
Confessions is every day, in the morning from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., in the afternoon from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., and at night from 8:15 p.m. to 9:45 p.m.
This is the Chapel of Saint Louis.
The funicular railway can be used to reach the basilica at the top of Montmartre Hill.
A funicular is a type of cable railway system that connects points along a railway track laid on a steep slope. The system is characterized by two counterbalanced carriages, also called cars or trains, permanently attached to opposite ends of a haulage cable, which is looped over a pulley at the upper end of the track. The result of such a configuration is that the two carriages move synchronously as one ascends, the other descends at an equal speed. This feature distinguishes funiculars from inclined elevators, which have a single car that is hauled uphill. The term funicular derives from the Latin word funiculus, the diminutive of funis, meaning rope.
The Montmartre funicular was opened during the summer of 1990. Since it was inaugurated, it has been rebuilt and renovated in several occasions.
Currently, the funicular is electric, and it transports over 2 million passengers a year. The journey lasts 90 seconds and is completely automatic.
The original funicular was water-powered and used a system of cisterns that would be filled or emptied depending on the passenger load.
There are different types of transport tickets that can be used on the funicular. The single journey ticket, called T-Plus ticket, or the daily or weekly travel cards, Paris Visit, and Pass Navigo.
There are 197 steps.
The system is a funicular, in name only. This system now uses two independently operating cars that can each ascend or descend on demand, qualifying as a double-inclined elevator, retaining the term funicular in its title as a historical reference.
From its stunning architecture to its deep spiritual significance, Sacré-Cœur Basilica is a true Parisian treasure. Whether you come for the views, the history, or a moment of peace, this sacred place leaves a lasting impression. Thanks for joining us on this journey through one of Paris's most iconic landmarks.